Okay guys, once again we're back to do this caliper now on this 2002 Toyota. This is Toyota Celica GTS, and caliper is seized. So remember, we worked on everything. We just follow my other videos. I cannot get the second pad in, so you know what, let me back it up and let me show you how I took everything apart. Okay, so we're gonna do a few things. First of all, we're gonna get this little guy out of here. So this is holding, it's like a clip, so we're gonna use a new one for this. Okay, so this guy should just come right off just like that. Okay, save it just in case. Okay, and then this stuff is not gonna come out. So this is where I use my vice grip. So if these are pretty jammed, they might not come out. Then you have to tap them from the back. You need a punch, but pretty easy to get them out. Gonna put new ones in. So remember, this guy right here is held in by this slider pinion here. So it might shoot out after that or not, but this guy comes out, this guy comes out of there, and this simply comes out. So now take off this and take off this. Prior to that, I like to use compress this piston here. Use your, if you got a bigger one, that's even better. You can even push this in a little bit and then use that little gap to push this piston in. You can even go against the two pads to create a little bit of gap, and then simply use that slack. You want to do it right now because remove this if you need to. You can go straight against the piston. Okay, this piston kind of is all the way because these are kind of brand new brake pads. The other side, it was done, shot. So this piston, you can also use a C-clamp on it, and we can do that if you need to. But right now is the perfect moment to push it back. So pretty much, I want to take this guy off. So I'm gonna mount my camera, but follow along. This one and the one on the bottom, you can even pull this forward to get the bottom one out of there. Okay, now you saw that, we're gonna continue. Okay, so 14 millimeter, we're gonna loosen this bolt up right here. This is for the line here. I'm only gonna loosen it and tighten it back up so that we don't have fluid, because it's gonna be hard for us to loosen it later. So now we're gonna just take this apart and wait for the new caliper, have the new caliper in, brakes and everything in, and we can just simply take off this line and transfer it over. Don't forget to pay attention to the little washer. I'm gonna reuse this old one unless the same, let's see what the new one look like. So 14 millimeter back here, I did service this caliper, so check that video out. Lubricated everything, not just something, a tiny amount. So make sure you lubricate it properly. I'm gonna get this 17 millimeter bolt here out. Okay, there it is. So bottom one is 17, top one is 14. So it's almost ready to come out. See if I can do it by hand now. Yep, a little bit. Got a load on it from the weight of the caliper. So I'm gonna go back in there with my wrong way. There it is. Should be ready to come out. So you see how, make sure you on the new caliper you put your bolt in first, because you don't have that clearance. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. The 14 is on the top and 17 is in the bottom. That can sit there. So all we need is a new caliper, and we'll mount that on. So let's just wait for the new caliper. So problem here is our piston is not going in. So check out the video where I lubricated all this. That's how you gotta do it. Let's wait for the new caliper. Okay guys, we got a new caliper. This is the part number if you guys need for this baby. And inside the box we have a caliper. In this bag we're gonna have a little bit of hardware inside here, and here it is. So it comes with a different type of retainer, so we'll put this retainer instead. Okay, this is different. This is a wrong caliper, freaking wrong caliper. Single piston, this is dual piston. Wrong. Okay, so the first caliper was wrong. Here's the new one. There's a part number right there. New Geo, whatever they want to call it. So this one comes with bolts. So even this one is used, but that's fine. At least we got a new part here. So see, okay, now we got that type of pin now. That's even good. So you can take this off. Okay, this is gonna go with, I like to use the old one. That's the reason behind it, but we're gonna use a new one as well. So this guy is gonna come out. Come with new bolts. They got them backward. The 17 in the bottom, 14 in the top. So just to let you know, this caliper, let's take off this too. The valve has to be, if it's mounted like this, it has to be in the top. But if we take it to the opposite side and we mount it like that on the opposite side, it'll be in the bottom. It will never bleed. So that's something you gotta look into. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take this caliper, just like I showed you guys. We are gonna push this to the side for now. So this caliper goes here. So all I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna get my bolts in, catch the threads. Once I catch the threads, I'll be able to use my wrenches on these. So remember, we lubricated this like I showed you in the other video, servicing this caliper. So this new one is automatically, that's all done for us. So let's lock up this bolt. And once you're done, you do need to bleed. A lot of people ask me, if you did only brake pads and motors and you did not remove any brake lines, then you don't need to bleed. But this one, that's not going to be part of my video here, so you need to have somebody help you bleed. Very important, or you're going to have a spongy pedal. So this is the last one, nice and tight. Almost there. There you go. Okay, that's that. So this caliper should be moving. Why it's not moving at all? Caliper's supposed to move, unless those pins. What the hell? There you go. Okay, they probably was just stuck in one position. So now we got them to move. Look at that. That's how the caliper's supposed to be. Okay, perfect. So remember to put greasing, and almost had that pad wrong way. This goes in nicely and easily. Same thing. And to put a little bit of greasing on this one here. Greasing here. Greasing here. And it's a plus if you could put greasing in the back of it. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And this baby goes right in. What do you got here?
Guys, do you have a bathroom? Can I take a leak?
No bathroom
No
here.
bathroom here?
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright, so next we're gonna take this little guy. And this goes in. Alright, so forgot one step. This little guy, so this pin's got to come back out. This guy goes into this slider pin here, but on the inner side of the brake pad, okay, not outer, inner. Okay, you can't put it over here. You gotta put it same place we took it off from. Okay, pad's gotta come out a little bit. It works like a spring. It keeps the. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit of trouble there, a little bit of work of art. One thing I would do is these holes, make sure they're facing up. Okay, to keep it equal, remember I had some stuff come in. I had some stuff come in with new brake pads, so these little clips here. You can use the one that came with it, but then it's gonna be different than the opposite side. So I'm gonna use these little clips here. One goes here. Okay, this has gotta go all the way in. And the other one, okay, I can't see, but I'm gonna have to move the camera out of the way a little bit. There it is. So the other one is here. There you go. Okay, got both of these clips in. But final step. Okay, this little guy's gotta go inside of this hole here. Usually what I do is I take a needle nose and I stick them in. Sometimes they don't reach. You gotta kind of bend them, but they should reach. That's why I like to use the old stuff, because it works better. New stuff just be kind of crappy. Okay, so there you go. Got that side in. I'm gonna get this side in, and there you go. Perfect. Okay, and this thing should not hit the water. It's just sitting where the tip of the brake pad is, but there you go. Perfect. It's done. And remember, we loosen this up. Okay, so right now what I want to do is I want to get something to put on the floor. So now what I want to do is, remember I loosened this up already. Should be easy for me to take this off. If you don't do that prior to that, it's going to be very difficult. Even now it might be a little bit difficult. And we're going to lose fluid, so make sure you have something down below. So you're going to lose fluid here. Okay, so my phone is ringing. I'm supposed to have a very important call, so I'm going to put this back in. And so it just doesn't keep leaking. I'll be right back. So, I was supposed to have a call from a lawyer because somebody's giving me trouble. You want to play hardball? Go play hardball. No problem. So this got to come back out. And sometimes you can't be nice to people. Anyways, this is going to be reused. It's a special bolt. It has a hole right through. That's where how the fluid travels. But this guy comes out. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our caliper straight down to the floor. Okay, so I want to eliminate this double washer here, okay? Because I plan to take the new one. There's two of them. You take one, put it here. One goes right. So this is how it's going to go, okay? You see how the tip is here? So can't put it the other way around. And it's like a sandwich, okay? And this baby is gonna go right in there, and it's gonna sit right in that little hole there. But make sure your line is not twirled up, okay? And let's catch the threads now. Very important you catch the threads also, okay? Alright, there you go. Sorry if my head was on the way, but that's just how it is. So get yourself a clean rag. Wipe some of this off. This fluid is kind of dangerous. So now what I want to do is I want to tighten this up. So what you want to do next is you have to bleed the system. Make sure you open the cap on the reservoir, make sure it has enough fluid in the reservoir, and you're going to open this valve, have somebody pump it. Make sure you pump it several times, because I did all the brakes, so all the calipers got to retract. And then make sure it doesn't leak from any of these points. So make sure you clean it and watch and pay attention. Anyways, that's how you're going to replace the caliper. bleeding is another system, so bleeding is another video, so check that video out on my channel. Thank you for watching how to replace a caliper on this Toyota Celica. See you guys in the next